Hello, my furry. I forgot I had this on. Like I was saying, hello, my furry friends. My name is Fuzzy Cub, and welcome back to episode 6, I think, maybe. I've lost track already. Episode whatever of Skybees 2. So in the last episode, we had issues. Let's just call them issues. Okay, I need to turn this off. There we go. Yeah, let's just say we had issues. Since then, I've gotten a lot of ancient debris, and I have completed this little island. I'm going to call it an island because it's probably going to stay over here. But I completed this little thing here. So, yeah. We're going to have to somehow get this automated, and I think today is the day that we start industrial foregoing. But before we do that, I have something in my pocket that needs urgent care. Stop that. I have made the tier 1 apiary. So let's go ahead and get one at least installed. Now, since the last episode, I have found out that even though it says 9 unique bees, you can basically have 2 of each bee in there. While one bee is in doing its stuff in the hive, the other bee can be pollinating. So each one will have 9 unique bees, but a total of 18 bees in each apiary. So what are we going to do here? Let me see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. Okay, so I am going to move one of these bee pairs over to here, tear down this entire thing, and then put 9 bee pairs into the apiary. Let me just move them around and then I'll be back to you in a second. Okay, so all this is in here. Let me just quickly cover up this stuff like so. And now I have to figure out how to put the apiary down. Okay, so if I put you here. Oh, ooh, these take a while to break. Okay, if I put you here. And I do this. Okay, so I think that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's 1 too low. It also looks like the hive part is actually built into the wall. So I'm going to use one of these to raise you up 1, put you there, and then have a look. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Okay, so this little handy thing here, I didn't realize that was in this pack, the chisel. You can put wood or stone or diorite or whatever in, and you can do these lovely new blocks. You can also do it single, or you can do it connected texture, so we can have a really nice connected texture floor instead of having grass, which I think is going to look a lot better. The other thing I just saw was, if I go to the apiary here and hold control, it says requires apiary blah 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 blah. Then it says multi-block can be built using any block from the valid apiary tag. So if you go into here and let's say dirt, you hover over it, you press control for tags, you can see, if you go to the second one, it says block tags and then item tags. It says resourceful bees valid apiary, which means that is able to be used in the apiary, and thankfully this guy is also valid in the apiary, as are these, all the honey blocks obviously, and the honey thingy. Oh wait, no, that's not valid. Although it's from resourceful bees, so I'm assuming it's valid. Oh my god, we're going to see eventually, I suppose. So let me just move this guy over to here. And let us get building using the exact same stuff from the last one, with the exception of a nice new floor. Okay, that looks to be all complete. Now we just need to validate. It says missing apiary storage. Okay, just one upper and a hoop. Now I believe this storage block actually collects all the honey from the apiary. So I don't even need to shear it anymore. It will just automatically collect in here. So I'm going to put that up there because it's symmetrical. That's the only reason it's symmetrical. So if I do this now, hey, there we go. We have a working apiary. So I just need to put in the 9 blocks because we don't need 2 of each block now. How am I going to do this? I want them spread apart so that the bees have a chance to pollinate without bumping into each other. I think an X mark is going to happen. Yep. Okay. That's a thing. And then we just need to release all the bees. Okay, that's 1 of each in the hive. Oh, it even tells you how long they have left. Okay, that's handy. Now just release all the rest of them. Okay, let's see. Yep, that is in fact working. And if I put the modular router here, I upgrade this guy to a tier 2, pulling there, like so. And then you should send to there still. Yep, there we go. That is now automated. It is also a lot faster than it used to be. Probably going to take them a while to sync up to be in and out and not have to keep on trying to escape. But yeah, there we go. There's the 1 apiary done. Now before we do the next apiary, we need to start getting into the industrial foregoing mod. Oh, actually, before I forget, I did do something. Finally set up a basic flux system. So flux storage, or flux, I think it's called flux storage. So this is a power distribution mod. So the way it works is you take flux dust and craft some flux cores. Now we have everything here, so it's really easy to make it. And these flux cores, along with flux blocks, turn into everything you need to make the mod work. So the way you do it is you have a controller that is connected to a network that you have made. So you can make a new network here, you can have it private, you can have it open. Then you get a flux plug, which plugs into your power system. This stage, it's only plugged into 1 of these, but that's all I need for the moment. Eventually, I'll get it all hooked into every single bit of power that I have. But this flux plug then gets attached to your network and it puts power into your flux controller. You can also have a flux storage, which stores some power just in case. I think this one has 1 million. Yeah, 1 million. But the most important thing is you can go to wireless charging. You can enable armor slots, curio slots, your hotbar, your offhand, and your main hand, and enable it to wireless. So that means if you look on the left-hand side of my screen, I have 800k FE in my jetpack, and if I turn it on, I can fly, and it automatically gets recharged from this thing. And as well as that, you can make things called flux points, which if I fly up here, attach it to this thing, and then put it to fuzzy network and surge limit, disable limit, which means that it'll transfer as much power as it needs to. I can get rid of this and it will be powered from this guy. Like so. But at the moment, I'm not going to do that because in case it needs more power than just 1 can provide. So I'll leave it like that for now. But yes, let's move on to making the Wither Killer setup. So to make the Mob Crusher, we need plastic, and we need to get into the Advanced Machine Frame, which is also from Industrial Foregoing, from the Simple Machine Frame, and the Pity Machine Frame, which is from Pneumaticcraft. My most favorite mod ever. I believe I have some compressed iron. I do indeed. I made this like 3 episodes ago, because when I was looking at stack upgrades from this mod here, it showed that I needed compressed stone brick, but yeah, see, like that. But yeah, I didn't really pay attention, and I ended up making that but I was just able to use brick, just normal stone brick. So don't do a fuzzy and have to make compressed iron. And of course, before we even manage to get to Industrial Foregoing, we have a new issue. The bees, they don't stop working at nighttime. So this has filled up. This is backed up. These are backing up here. So yeah, we need more centrifuges. So I have already cut out where I want them to go, and I have the pipes ready. They should still be processing over here, but I think we've run out of energy again. Ouch. But we have enough to make one new one, I think, for now. I think I'm gonna have to give this guy its very own centrifuge, because it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much just for now. Okay, maybe I need to break that and replace it. There we go. Hopefully that's enough to take some of the pressure off this one, but as soon as I have enough to make the third one, I will do that also. I did not foresee this becoming an issue. Okay, that should be 3 new centrifuges on, and I still think it's not fast enough. We may have to remove the bees, the duplicate bees. Okay, there is 1 of each bee removed. Hopefully that at least stops this. Okay, so with 3 centrifuges and this one alone taking this centrifuge, it is just barely keeping up with the supply. So eventually we're going to have to get into the elite centrifuges. Unfortunately, they take quite a lot of netherite, and I don't actually think we have enough ancient debris to upgrade them. Maybe later on in the episode, if I have time, I'll try and upgrade this middle one for the apiary, but I really have to get into the wither killing at the moment, because I really need to get the wither bees, because I really need to make sure I have enough to make the apiaries and, you know, stuff. And industrial foregoing is not exactly a simple, easy, quick mod. So what do I need for industrial foregoing first? I need to make the mob crusher, which means I need to get plastic, which means I need to get rubber, which means I need to get tiny rubber, which means I need the latex processing unit. And a latex processing unit is made quite easily, but we still need to get the pity machine frame, which is, once again, where I was starting out before the issue arose. So, compressed iron is actually quite easy to make. You just take iron, TNT. We pop down here to my little area for this. Then you throw a stack of iron, or however much you need. Light this guy, move away, and you should get some compressed iron. Now, you do lose some in the conversion, but it's not all that much, to be honest. And after we have this multi-block set up, we don't need to do that anymore. So let's throw this iron in there. Though we probably could just make the compressed iron B, which is a iron B flying over TNT. Okay, yeah, I can do that, no problem. But actually, no. Do you know what? We've already got enough B issues. Let's just continue. So I need to make pressure chamber walls, which are made from reinforced bricks, which are made from reinforced stone, which is made from stone around compressed iron. So let's get, let's say, a stack of this, turn it into this, and make that into, let's say, 32. Then I need pressurized tubes, like so. Let's just say 1 pressurized glass. Let me use my just normal glass. Why can't I just make a single valve? Okay, well, I guess we have 4 now. And 2 pressure chamber interfaces as soon as I get an iron hopper. Like so. Okay, where am I going to put this guy? Over here for now. This is becoming the wasteland. Okay, so this is a 3x3x3 cube with a hollow center. So if I do this, then we put our glass in the middle so we can see in. We take these 2 out. We can then use these guys like so. And then we need a pressure valve here to put air in, because Pneumaticcraft is all about compressing air. Then we also need, I need to break this one on the top again. We need one of our interfaces here, and then another one from the outside here. I believe blue is in, orange is out. So this will be in, and this will be out. And then as soon as we place this block, we should get the multi-block. Nice. Okay, so it's not going to do anything at the moment because there is 0 pressure inside there. We need to get an air compressor, which again is very easy to make. I think I'm going to make a few of those. 3 maybe should be enough. Like so. And I'm going to also grab a little bit of coal. So this guy here, I made it a little bit too close, but we'll fix that later. So we need to input pressure into here. By doing that, we need to use this guy, and can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? That guy. Now these burn coal and create pressure. Like half a stack in each of these. These should start building up pressure inside here, so we can convert things inside that into other things, such as pity machine frames. Now, the problem with this is it's quite explosive. So if you see here, this red bar here is the danger bar. And because we have 3 of these going, it does tend to build up pressure quite quickly. So there are things you can make. You can make this thing here, the security upgrade, which will stop the machine from exploding. But you can also make these safety tube modules, which are actually quite easy to make. I'll just make one of those for now, like a... So if I put that guy here, this should vent off any extra air when it reaches over 4.9 bars, which is what it says here. Max pressure, 5 bars, pressure, 3 bars, threshold, 4.9. So at 4.9, it'll be like, pss, 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 and it will, it'll vent off some of that. So we need a pity machine frame, which is wax machine block inside here. Now, unfortunately as well, with that thing, you can't just open it and throw stuff in. You do need to hopper inside of it. And I think you can just put a chest on the other side to take stuff out. I believe I did have a kind of complex system of that set up for Techopolis 3 at one stage, or maybe that was Sky Evolution. Yeah, one of them. So we need to get those, what were they called again? Wax machine blocks. So let's pop you guys in. They should go in because we are reaching the temperature or the pressure needed. And then let's pop you here. And these should export into the pity machine frame. Nice. I'm actually going to take out the coal from here because I don't think we're going to need this for a little while. And I just don't want to waste stuff and have these guys blow up. Okay, now that we have the pity machine frames, we're going into more complex territory. To make the mob crusher, we need an advanced machine frame, and then to make the advanced machine frame, we need the solution chamber, and to make the simple machine frame, we also need the solution chamber. So first of all, let's see about getting us some plastic by making this latex processing unit, which thankfully just needs the pity machine frame. How do I get a bucket of latex? Oh, from the fluid extractor. Okay, so I can make a fluid extractor, this guy here. And then I believe I can use any log, but I assume it's still the same that acacia has the most latex in it. Where do we put this guy? Over to here again. Oh god, this is gonna be so ugly. I'll put you down, you here, and you should start extracting latex. Now I can actually grab that, grab this guy here, and put it onto this guy here to provide it with power, and it works a lot faster. So as soon as we have 1 bucket of latex, we can make the latex processing unit, And then when we have the latex processing unit, we can make the dry rubber and the plastic. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make a few more pity machine frames, get a couple more of these latex processing units up, or the fluid extractors up, and speed along this process a little bit.
The next day.
Okay, so actually, if I'm being honest, it's actually 2 days later, but I just couldn't find my 48 hours later little file. So just assume it's 48 hours later. I have added 3 more of these guys, and they have been slowly taking all the latex out of the acacia log. Some reason stripping it. I'm not going to complain. But in here we have, is that 29? That's 29 buckets. Oh, wow. I didn't realize we'd have that much. So let's grab our bucket of latex and let's make up our latex processing unit. What else do I need for that? I need another furnace and another bucket of water and a hoop. Nice. Okay, so now that we have our latex processing unit, let's see. I've got some energy cables and some fluid. I should be able to take off this on the top, like this, and this holds its inventory, which is nice. Let's do this, this, and this should put all the latex into there. Get some power into you. Let's grab some terracotta, make ourselves another sink. Like so, and that should start processing into tiny dry rubber. Nice. Now, I just need to put all the latex in here. Wait for all of these to process up. I believe 9 of these craft up into 1 dry rubber. I think it's what it's called. Yeah, 1 dry rubber. And then I just have to smelt the dry rubber and it turns into plastic, as far as I remember. Yay, I remembered! Nice! So let's process up all that latex and then let's get into the guts of industrial foregoing. Oh, I also did figure out a way to make this guy work quick enough. What I did was I did 2 separate sender modules. For one of them, I blacklisted 4 combs, and for the other one, I whitelisted 4 combs and sent it to a different centrifuge. So this centrifuge here, for some reason, these bees don't really produce much honeycomb. So quite often it's free. So I have it split between these 2 here, and it does seem to be keeping up. Now, it won't keep up when I have my 4 apiaries that I plan to have here, or maybe even 6 apiaries, we'll see. But hopefully by then we will be able to make the elite centrifuge. Okay, not too long later, I have used up the entire big vat of latex, and this thing is still chugging away very, very slowly. But we have absolute tons of latex now. Well, rubber, plastic, you know what I mean. Get this crafted up into, oh, that's only 35 plastic. It felt like a lot more. Let's do that and that. So, next, we need to make a few things. So the mob crusher itself needs an advanced machine frame, which is made in the dissolution chamber with pink slime and a simple machine frame and some other stuff. And then the simple machine frame is made in the dissolution chamber with latex and just some stuff. But the problem is pink slime. Pink slime is made by using the mob slaughter factory on some mobs. So I think I'm going to have to set up a second mob farm, but I think I'm going to go the opposite way than this guy and go with, do we have blessed earth in this? We have the golden egg. Okay, sorry, delightful dirt it's called in the mob grinding utilities. So we need to make a golden egg, and I think the way we make the golden egg is we feed the opposite bag of stuff to it. So we need to make GM chicken feed, not the cursed one, the proper one. We need a bucket of essence. We can get that no problem. We need some seeds and a mob swab. How do I make a swab? Oh, that's quite easy. Let's grab a bucket of experience. 1 swab. A little bit of mushroom stew. Yes, I know I haven't explained the mushrooms yet, but I will eventually. Let's swab the mushroom. Nice. And then just 1 seed. Boop and a boop. That gives us a GM chicken feed. Then a chicken. Grow up nice and strong. Do a little sleep. Let's feed you this.
Happy birthday, Taco!
Nice. Why did that turn into a mushroom egg? Oh, it's because I... Oh, is it because I did that? Okay, How does one get that golden egg? Okay, a quick Google. Let me know that it was the wrong... It was the wrong stuff I did. Hopefully I can make this guy quite easily. This should be everything needed. Okay. Once again, I grow up big and strong. And boom.
Happy birthday, Taco!
There's a golden egg. Okay, so now we need to set up another one of these, but we don't need to use the dark glass. But where am I going to do that, actually? Could I... Could I set one up in here? Like, directly under it? And then use this guy to collect... Yeah, I can offset this pickup area to here and up there. And that should double up as a mob and a passive mob farm. Okay, I'll be right back. And a short time later, we have our little cube made of 5x5 of dirt, ready to receive the golden egg. Now I did, like I said, overlap the 2 areas here. If I go into freak cam, you can see that this will be still picking up stuff, and this will as well. The only thing I can't remember is, does the mob slaughter factory drop any... thing? I think it might only make liquid meat and pink slime. If so, then we don't need to have the hopper down that far, but if it does, at least it'll be picked up. So let's go make ourselves a mob slaughter factory. 1 crash later, let's what were we making? We were making the mob slaughter factory. We should have everything for that. Just need 2 of these, 2 of these. We have some pity machine frames, and then we need a gold gear. We have the gear cast. If I pop you in here, I believe it's 4 pieces of gold. Yeah, our smeltery is kind of full at the moment with all the melted down diamond gear I made in the last episode. I'm going to have to pull out a block of diamond just to give myself a little bit of room. That should be the gold. If I do that, that should get me the gold gear. I actually think I need diamond gears for something. Yeah, I do. I need diamond gears for the actual dissolution chamber. So that's a good thing I have diamond in there. But there is our gold gear. And that should be everything for the mob slaughter factory. Now we just need 1 more flux point, like so, and 2 singularity tanks. There's 1 and 2. Golden egg here. Then you go there. You go there. Are you killing things? You are killing things. May need to get some sort of a speed upgrade there, but we are getting pink slime, which means extract, extract, tank, tank, some pink, and some meat. Nice. This also means we can make the meat feeder, which actually is very easy for us. Fill that up with liquid meat. Stick that into my head slot here. That should automatically pump meat straight into my brain. It should. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe there's just not enough meat in it. But at least now we have some pink slime and liquid meat. Nice. So back to what we were doing. My God, this episode is just all over the place. Okay, so now we can make the dissolution chamber. Now we just need 2 diamond gears. We have the plastic, couple of chests, couple of buckets, bit of gold, and some pity machine frames. Let's get some diamond gears going. A 1 and a 2 dissolution chambers. Once again, let's get 2 more of these guys. And I believe then we just need to set these guys up to get this mob crusher. All for this mob crusher. Wow. Once again, let's add to the disgustingly overcrowded area here. Boop and boop, boop and boop. Fuzzy's network, Fuzzy's network. Quick sleep. So to get our simple machine frame, we need some plastic, some iron, some gold, latex, and a couple of nether bricks. So let's get some netherrack cooking up. A bit of gold for my gold gears, and I think we need a diamond gear for the advanced one. We do indeed, and some netherite scrap. 1 pity machine frame, 2 netherite, 2 plastic, 1 golden gear, a boop, and finally 2 iron with a bucket of Yeah, well, at least we can still get the other one set up. 2 gold and the simple machine frame. So we're just waiting once again. Actually, you know what? One of these guys. Connect you up. And are you going to give me latex? Yes, you are. Very, very slowly. Almost there. Almost there. There we go. 1 bucket of latex. Okay, so pop the latex in here. That should start a recipe for our simple machine frame. Very, very slowly. 1 simple machine frame. Then we just need to make this into the advanced machine frame with the pink slime. Then we can finally make our mob crusher. This is like 2 episodes worth of doing stuff. Yay! And here we go. 1 mob crusher. Nice. And once again, 1 lux point. Phew. Okay. Let me just double check something about my power. How am I doing on my power? It is holding steady. Okay, that's good. Okay, now the moment of truth. If I grab a little bit of cobblestone, I can pop over to my little weatherproof island. Move a little bit further away because I don't know if this thing will be blown up by the wither or not. But yeah. And let me see, the working area is... I think we might need some range add-ons. Now these range add-ons are quite easy to make. I just need to know which ones are the best. We could probably just make the tier 12 add-on. It's just 1 bucket of latex, some redstone, and some glass and emeralds. That, and I believe it was that. Make us a range 10 add-on, was it? Range 11 add-on? Hey, boop. That, that works. I think that will kill it? Question mark. Only one way to find out. What could possibly go wrong this time? Pray to everything that is holy in the world that this works. Please don't blow up my mob killer. Please don't blow up my mob killer. Oh, that was very fast. And we have a nether star and tons of essence. Wow, that's a lot of essence. But that means now we have a very, very easy way to get nether stars. Yay! Now we can make the Witherbee, and we can use the Witherbee with the Witherbee nectar block to make nether stars. I'll be back when I kill 17 more of these guys. Okay, 18 withers later, this should be the final nether star. Boop. Nice. So that means we can finally make the 2 blocks of nether star needed to make the wither honeycomb block after we sleep. So let's grab a wither skeleton bee and a nether bee, some fragments, and some netherrack, I believe it was. 1 wither bee and 2 wither bees. Nice. All this guy crafted up into the blocks of nether, 2 wither roses, and 1 wither bee nectar block is a go. 2 episodes it's taken to get this one little block, but at least now, after placing this block down, we will have infinite nether stars. Oh, it was worth it. It really was worth it. Where am I gonna put you though? Shall I replace? I'm going to take out the dielectric bee for the moment. Do we have anything stuck in here yet? We have nether stars stuck. Boom. Woohoo. That's all I can say at the end of that. Otherwise I'm going to cry. So, yeah, I think the only thing left to do in today's episode is to upgrade one of these, or all 3 of these maybe? Let's see how much netherite we can make. So it looks like we don't have enough netherite to even do half of one of these, even after smelting all of that. I did move the ancient bees into here, so hopefully they're going to produce a lot faster. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this guy over into an apiary really quickly, and hopefully by the end of that, we'll have enough netherite to do an upgrade, because we really will need to do it if we have 2 apiaries.
Many hours later.
Okay, after far too long, I think this is enough netherite to do 1. I suppose we're going to find out. So, hold on. We need centrifuge casing, blocks of netherite, and blocks of redstone. Okay, so that's enough to upgrade those. But I do need... Oh, we need 4 blocks for that, so I just need 2 more blocks of netherite. While we wait for the rest of that to build up, let's get these guys going. So I don't think I can use the modular routers to do this, but I should be able to just boop these in one at a time. And ooh, this is going to take a long time. 1 million FE per casing, and this guy only holds 1 million. So oof, this might take a while.
1 eternity later.
Okay, this should be the last elite centrifuge casing we need to make. It should be almost there. Boop. Nice, and then we just need to update the controller, which I believe will be easy. Please be easy. I think we just need 2 of these guys. Like a... So, and then 1 elite centrifuge controller. Nice. Okay, please be able to handle at least that one. Because I have, if you look in here, I have upgraded all of these to the highest tier upgrade, and it's just, they are all backing up. Oh, and I made 3 more. Yeah, it's been quite a while getting this together. Where have the hours gone? So hopefully this should... Wait a minute. Huh? Did I misplace one? Oh, did I need one for the upgrade here? I did. Ah, no. Okay, I need to quickly make another one of these. And upgrading these all to spirited really helped. Okay, so you should go quick into a centrifuge casing, and then you 3 should be fine. Yeah, there we go. The final piece of casing. that should, as soon as I break and replace this guy, that should do more and work faster. Okay. That looks like it might actually maybe keep up with one of these. Why are you not sending? This is very strange. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Calm down, everyone. Stop screaming. I can see it. I just need to reattach that guy. Whew, I was a little bit scared there for a second. Okay, now are you working? Now you're working. You're working just fine. Phew. And on that note, it's probably time to stop this episode. It's almost 1 a.m. and it took me 4 hours to get from the previous clip to here. So if you did like today's episode, please give me a like, leave a cheeky little comment, and while you're down there, why don't you subscribe? I'm very, very close to getting to my 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and subscribing costs you nothing but makes me a very, very happy bear. So until the next time, bye-bye, Super Bear away.